Hey yo. So today is either going to go extremely well or extremely not well. Because for probably I think the first time since I've started this challenge, I am actually medicated. I guess little peek behind the curtain is I am like I have maxed the ADHD skill tree, and I haven't really had access to my medication in a while, but I have like 2 pills left, and I took one today because of some personal things that I had to take care of, and I kind of needed the entirety of my brain to function, so might actually be having a decent run. And I don't want to squander this opportunity. So, as much as I want to continue trying to level up Fuecoco and the cube and whatnot, I was thinking of doing a balls to the wall, a full send kind of run. Now, what that looks like, I'm not entirely sure. I was thinking of going with Froakie, which I need to fix his moves. So yeah, I was thinking of going with Froakie, possibly Gligar, wherever he is. Did I pass him up? Nope, right here. And Poltergeist. And I would have most of the Fire, Grass, Water core. And I think that they all cover for each other relatively well. And both Poltergeist and Greninja have priority, so I don't really have to worry about speed all too much. And Gligar is already relatively fast. Where is he? There he is. And has a great moveset. Those are my plans. But that is 9 out of 10 cost. So I would need a 1 cost. And that's the problem. Because all of my 1 cost are not great. I could forego one of those 3 for a 4 cost. Okay, there's a lot of 3s. Ooh. That would complete the Fire, Water, Grass. This would. And I could work on getting his passive. And maybe even his hidden. Does his Mega... Oh, Mega stays the same. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Poltergeist. Okay. We got this, okay? Gonna be a good run. I'm not going to lose before round 20 again, or round 15 for that matter. Fire Pledge, I think temporarily, is double damage compared to Ember. And having 2 starters, which would give me access to eventually Water Pledge if I am lucky enough to get that, means that in double battles I could make... What did I do? I took the wrong thing. But with Water Pledge and Fire Pledge, I can get the Rainbow effect, which is effectively a team-wide Serene Grace, which will be kind of handy, although a lot of the most important battles aren't duo battles. And I don't think that there's a way... honestly, I would prefer it with grass, but I would need a grass starter for that. But I don't think that there's a way to use it solo. Like, I don't think I can use Fire Pledge, swap to Frog, you know, and use Water Pledge. I don't think that works. So, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everyone's day's going well, week's going well, you know. Honestly, I hope it's going better than well. I hope things are going better than they were than for Kingsman, honestly. Forget that Fire Wrath is a 2-man move. I did forego a flying type in Gligar So having a flying steel is definitely not bad. Okay. So I don't think I'm changing any of Froakies moves until he becomes Greninja, in all honesty. Nothing needs the Soothe Bell, correct? Like, Battle Bond isn't based off of the Soothe Bell, correct? Battle Bond. It does not seem like it. I'm gonna take the money. But, oh, that's kind of, I did want to bring up, because I know, you know, the whole Kingsman thing is in full effect right now. And if you don't know about it, I would highly suggest looking up Marvel Rivals Kingsman, just because it is a kind of crazy story and circumstance, but I am not well versed enough to speak on it. So we're starting with the lower accuracy, I guess. But I think despite all that is happening, things might end up going decently well for Kingsman. At least I hope so, right? Because like things didn't necessarily go well for him with the tournament, and it should hopefully bring enough attention to him that maybe he can, you know, get that break, become a content creator, and get things right for himself, which is good. All right, guys, we have passed the 3-day PB mark. Ew. I think it's time to get rid of Fire Pledge. Now that we are Combuskin and slightly leaning towards physical attacks, or I guess a physical stat spread, rather. I did also want to bring up, because I was watching another kind of PokeTuber, or rather two PokeTubers. They were doing a Then We Fight, and it really made me realize how not great Pokemon's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not stats, like bio, if you will, of each Pokemon is. For example, did you know that Groudon is only 11 feet 6 inches? Which to me seems a bit low for a behemoth, but maybe what do I know? Although that said, the reason I brought this up is because I was thinking about how Pokemon is a super large company, obviously. I think it's a bit of a shame that they don't use their resources to the best of their ability. For example, Scarlet and Violet came out 3 years ago, I think, something like that. And in that time, in 3 years of a time, had their management and like logistics and all that, like better. Oh, who do I put this on? Probably Frogadier. Better allocated, I guess, their man hours, their workers. Things I think would be so much better. I mean, not to mention all of the fan games that are just like great, such as this one, right? Or you have Pokemon Infinite Fusions, you have Radical Red. Now, oh, I should have learned. Whoops. I was yapping too much. I said that I was going to be better. Anyway, the Pokemon Company is big, right? One of the largest franchises to exist. And I think it's a shame because you could have, let's say you only have 500 or so, like 500 or so employees in your art department, which I feel like is probably pretty low for the Pokemon Company and Game Freak. But again, just a number, 500. You could essentially assign like 2 Pokemon to each employee and just let them, I guess, have free reign might be the right word. Okay, Poltergeist is gonna need to sit this one out. Oh my lord. Yeah, he's definitely sitting out now. whoopsie, but effectively you could have him or her, I guess, as an artist, have free reign over 1 to 2 Pokemon that you can. Dude, what am I saying? Oh my god, I can't talk. I'm like, I'm trying to split focus right now. I also don't know if you guys have noticed, but I tend to stop talking during evolutions and whatnot. So if you care about that, let me know. Because I often cut myself off and lose train of thought. Anyway, yeah, so you give each artist 1 to 2 Pokemon, and just give them free reign to make animations for those 2 Pokemon, right? Like, for example, let's use Combusken and Frogadier. If you give an artist these 2 Pokemon and, you know, have them work on their models and then say like, okay, go ahead and animate all of their moves. I think you could get an insane amount of, but you could spend the time like that is necessary. It probably wouldn't even take a year, and maybe I'm horribly underestimating the time it takes to animate, but like, let's say you take 6 months, even if it's 6 months per Pokemon and like per model, you could still spend that time to give each Pokemon the like love and affection it deserves to have animations for each move, if that makes sense, right? You could now, I think ideally you would do that for every Pokemon move in existence just because of modders, but at the same time I don't see them ever doing that, and I think that's a waste of time. But I mean, Combusken 100% gets Flame Charge. There's no doubt in my mind. So I think it would make a ton of sense if, you know, you give him those, I don't know, animations for Flame Charge, instead of what we have now with Scarlet and Violet, where everything looks the same. There are a couple like custom animations for moves, but I mean, at the end of the day, something like Tackle and Quick Attack and etc., all kind of look the same. Like Flamethrower and what's another fire type move? I don't know. Like Incinerate, they both probably look the same. It's been a while since I've played Scarlet and Violet, but I don't know. I think it's something that they could do if they really wanted to, but I don't know what their workforce looks like. And the same also goes for, like, I think the reason I brought this up was talking about how Groudon has 12 feet, which is, like, insane to me, because, like, I think somebody should definitely, well, that's uncalled for. I think somebody should definitely look at all of the different Pokemon and, like, try to better stat, or to better match their, like, their stuff, their oh my god, like their height, their weight, all that stuff. Why do you know knockoff? That's uncalled for. Why is this thing so, why is it so strong? It's burned. Oh no. Hold on. No, what the hell was that? That's insane. Why was that thing so strong? Why does everything have knockoff? Nothing is taking damage. Everything is one-shotting me. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Anyway. But yeah, I think that they need to really take a look at... My god, Poltergeist is so far behind in levels. Needs... Dude, come on. Oh god, okay. This is brutal. This sucks. And of course, dude, why do you have a rock type? And it doesn't kill. Okay. I don't know if I'm faster. I'm not faster. Okay. This is ridiculous, dude. This is insane. I don't know. Burning Bulwark has been kind of good. About like 90% accurate, dude. Do I really want to? Yeah, I think. It's ridiculous. Oh my god, where was I? Again, I keep interrupting myself and getting interrupted by everything that is going on. Dude. They do so much damage. Why? Oh, I should have been looking for a Pokemon here, shouldn't I? But I think that they need to go through, change heights, weights, etc., 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 of a bunch of Pokemon, especially legendaries, because some of these legendaries don't make any sense. Like Cosmoem, for example, is like a Cosmoem is a great example of like what were they thinking, because the oh god. GG. I think I lose here. Okay. Why is it faster, dude? Yeah, I think this is just GG. It needs to hit 4 times for it to be as good as Water Blast, and I am not that lucky. We gamble. Okay. We didn't have to gamble. Thank God. Oh, my heart, dude. That is. I don't know why that area just rolled me like it did. That is insane. And now I have such a crazy electric weakness right now. Oh, this is not good. Yep. And of course I'm paralyzed. And of course Poltergeist is down already. Okay, yeah, that might have been a waste, but that way I can get Greninja at least. Dude, did it really just get the para both times? That's insane. And I can't revive, dude. I need to revive. I need... Oh, of course it has Sturdy. And it freezes. Dude, no fucking way. I thought using fire moves unfroze you! Dude, this game is a fucking fraud. This game, brother, this game... I would get frozen, and I would stay frozen for 5 turns. And I can't even revive because I'm broke. Does it not have an electric type move? Okay, whatever. I'll take what I can get. Dude, that sucks because Power Punch is so good. I need Sinistra. No, it's... Yep, GG. I don't think Corviknight has this. I really don't. I really don't. Oh, he definitely doesn't have it. Are we kidding me? GG. Nope, that was a speed tie. Oh, now I don't. Now it's definitely. We're gone. Yeah, we're definitely gone. Okay, well, I thought this would be a good run. I put time and effort into my team, but this game continues to fuck me raw. At least I got a passive. Ha ha. seriously though, give me an egg. Like, seriously. I like, that was just the most unlucky. Oh, yeah, thanks, game. Underrated Pokemon Gligar. Thanks for rubbing it in. Thanks for that. Dude, like, seriously, what am I supposed to do here? Like, what do I, like, my team did not have that many weaknesses, right? I covered bases for everything, but it didn't matter because Machigeist, or whatever, what's his name? Poltergeist kept getting one shot constantly by everything, or they would just double up on it, and then they would have an answer for everything else. I cannot think of a weakness that I had. I had everything covered, and it didn't matter. Not once, not twice, not thrice, it didn't matter. Like, this game is actually filled with the most devious AI that will always pick Pokemon that make no sense and that somehow, some way always have a super effective move, and it doesn't make a lick of sense. It doesn't make a lick of sense. Should I have caught more Pokemon? Probably. But also, like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do when, like, it's not like I misplayed, right? I didn't misplay. I just got screwed. They kept doubling in to my Poltergeist, which was like a big answer for a lot of the electric and ground and whatnot, and water. Not like we ran into water, but they immediately destroyed it. Especially, it was also an answer for my like fighting, right? And it just didn't matter there because every fighting type had knockoff for some reason, which one shot. Every ground type had knockoff for some reason. Every single like Pokemon had something to kill it, and if it didn't, they would double into it, and it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't get to move, or I guess it would, but Triage low-key screwed me, so I didn't get the healing after I took the damage. I got healing before I took any damage, so it was worthless. Blaziken, like, worked great, except for the fact that for some reason I get frozen on Tri-Attack and then proceed to get screwed because this game hasn't implemented the one mechanic that makes freeze not that overpowered. It's still broken, it's still overpowered, but fire type moves are supposed to thaw out like frozen targets. So why does that not work? And what's more, on top of that, every single time I have been frozen for a minimum of 4 turns. Sometimes longer. Every time I've gotten a freeze, which I can count on one hand, it's twice. Every single time, they have thawed out on the first turn, which is a 20% chance. Or 25% chance or something like that. Like, I don't know what to do. I really don't. Because I try and I try and I try and I keep getting fucked. And it's not fun. I'm out of lube. Please send help. Like and subscribe, I guess. Peace.